Adolf Hitler is considered as the greatest villain of the 20th century. But did you know he was also nominated for the Nobel Peace Prize? These are the top 10 amazing facts. Hit the subscribe button and click the notification bell. Yeah, guys. You heard it right. Adolf Hitler was nominated for a Nobel Peace Prize. Don't worry, the Swedish politician, Erik Gottfried Christian Brandt, who sent the letter of nomination in 1939, on the eve of World War II, meant it ironically and as a satiric criticism on another concurrent nomination, namely that of British Prime Minister Neville Chamberlain. He quickly withdrew his nomination. In an even more ironic twist, Hitler had banned Germans from accepting the awards 4 years before his own name was thrown in the ring. Samuel Jackson has a clause in his film contracts that allows him to play golf during film shoots whenever he wants. Sunglasses were originally designed for Chinese judges to hide their facial expressions in court. Today, sunglasses serve as protective eyewear, effectively preventing bright sunlight from causing discomfort or damage to our eyes. Of course, they're also a fashion accessory. But sunglasses were originally made out of smoky quartz in 12th century China, where they were used by judges to mask their emotions when they were questioning witnesses. The Queen owns all the unclaimed swans in England. According to British law, any unclaimed swan swimming in the open waters of England and Wales belongs to the Queen. The law originated in medieval times when swans were a delicacy for the wealthy, but it still stands today. Queen Elizabeth II also upholds a centuries-old tradition with the swans. Every year during the third week of July, all the swans in the River Thames are counted for the Queen in a practice called swan upping. International astronauts must be able to speak Russian. As the International Space Station has modules and operations in Russian, all astronauts going to the ISS must know how to speak Russian. Some astronauts have claimed that learning this new language was the biggest challenge of their training. According to the U.S. State Department Foreign Service Institute, English-speaking astronauts can expect to spend 1,100 class hours to reach a reasonable level of fluency in Russian. That's twice as many hours as it typically takes to learn other languages like French, Spanish, and Dutch. The world's largest animal, blue whale's heart weighs about 400 pounds, approximately the size of a small piano. The cloud can weigh more than 1,000,000 pounds. Clouds are not as light and fluffy as they appear. In fact, researchers have found that a single cloud weighs about 1.1 million pounds. How do these researchers know that? Well, that number is calculated by taking the water density of a cloud and multiplying it by its volume. Fortunately, the cloud can still float at that weight because the air below it is even heavier. It's impossible to hum while holding your nose. You just tested it, didn't you? Normally, when you hum, the air is able to escape through your nose to create the sound, and of course, it can't do that when you're holding it shut. This is one of the weird facts you can test out for yourself. Go ahead and try it. The first man to urinate on the moon was Buzz Aldrin, shortly after stepping onto the lunar surface. There's an opera house on the US-Canada border where the stage is in one country and half the audience is in another. Haskell Free Library and Opera House has entrance only through USA, but stage is located on Canada.